Hey guys, Aaron CybertronZeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Rank where I climb the online VGC 20 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. Today we're trying out a really fun team featuring support Blastoise and Tsareena. This team was built by a user called 45mice. I've linked their Twitter in the description below, as well as a Reddit report for this team. He was able to get top 30 on the ladder with this pretty recently, so yeah, excited to feature support Blastoise and Tsareena, two things that we really haven't used very much at all in this season. The rest of the team relatively standard with Tyranitar Excadrill, Charizard, and Togekiss. So, first game of the day, we're up against Triple Ghost, and this archetype was pretty common, you know, a couple of weeks ago. I would say pre-Marine and Ferrothorn, so towards the end of when VGC tournaments were still around, mainly piloted by Alex Gomez and Eric Rios. So, as always, I have to be careful of the weakness policy stuff, so for that reason, I do have to put on some pressure against Mimikyu and Dragapult early on, I think. Yeah, us being sashed here could help. Especially because, so one thing you'll notice here is actually Mold Breaker Excadrill, which is pretty cool as well. I think we'll probably want Togekiss just to put on some pressure against the Dragapult. And I actually kind of like Togekiss and Blastoise to slow things down. We have Yawn pressure with the Blastoise, which is quite nice as well. And in the back, Tsareena does not seem that good here, unfortunately. So I think Tyranitar and Excadrill is the right call. Mainly because Tyranitar hits pretty hard, especially with Focus Sash. Focus Sash is an item that Tyranitars are running more commonly now. So with Focus Sash, we're able to survive an attack and get an attack in return, and that could be a really big deal because most of my opponent's team is going to outspeed us. So yeah, gonna get into the first game of today's episode. As always, if you guys enjoyed, please share support by leaving a like. Once again, this is a rental team, so if you want to try out this team, check out the links in the description below. And question of the day, I'm curious how you guys did in the May International Challenge for any of those that did play. I streamed my entire run on Twitch yesterday, so I played around 30 games straight. Ended up finishing with 22 wins, 8 losses, with a rating of like 1680 plus, so might be good enough to qualify for the Players' Cup, we'll see, but it was a lot of fun streaming it, so to anyone that tuned into the stream, thank you guys, I appreciate it, and hope you guys had some fun watching it. Okay, they went with Aegislash and Dragapult. I feel like you always max the Dragapult here. The question is whether you go for the Shadow Sneak, because like one play I could go for is actually just go for a max Starfall into Dragapult turn 1 and Icy Wind. What the Icy Wind accomplishes is breaking Aegislash's Sash and doing a little bit of chip damage onto Lapult. Yeah, I'm actually going to go for it because I think they might just try to attack my Togekiss turn 1. And we should survive a +2 Phantasm anyway from their end. So yeah, Dragapult's going to max. That's fine. I want to put on early pressure because I think Excadrill T-Tar does pretty well against my opponent's team overall in the late game. So the idea of support Blastoise is that it's really bulky. It's able to, you know, go for great support attacks like Icy Wind and Yawn, and it's just quite tanky in general. And, you know, it's pretty solid typing as well. So yeah, you know, the big question is, do you just go for a Shadow Sneak turn 1? I think that's certainly a possibility. And if this is like the Aegislashes that Alex and Eric were running, they were the one that kind of popularized this duo, then there's most likely no King Shield on the Aegislash. And it's Focus Sash, so once it do Shadow Sneak, you know, you're in attack form, basically. Yeah, he doesn't go for the sneak. Okay. Phantasm. Oh, it's probably just going to be a Phantasm and a Steel type attack into the Togekiss, if I had to guess. Yeah. Oh, he's faster, though. Does this one-shot us after the defense drop? It might. That would be really bad. Okay, we survived. Nice. Yeah, that's big. This is crit kiss, so if we just crit here, I think it's like no crit, unfortunately. Not critting there might be really bad then. I gambled on the 50-50 there turn 1. I could have protected, I guess, with Togekiss, but I'm not sure I found that worthwhile. Now the problem is that we activated Policy as well. And my opponent can just go for Shadow Sneak. And yeah, and Icy Wind doesn't pick up. I thought we'd maybe do a little bit more damage there, unfortunately. So we fall short of picking up the knockout. The problem now is that you can Shadow Sneak the Togekiss and just like Phantasm into Blastoise, which will one-shot us. So I think this is where I need to maybe utilize Sashtar. Unfortunately, Blastoise wasn't able to do very much for us turn 1. Yeah, just nice lead by my opponent. Nice play with the Iron Head as well. And the problem is that even after an Airstream, I wasn't outspeeding the Dragapult anyway. which is why I didn't go for that. Okay. I think I'm just gonna max guard and go for a... I mean, Blastoise is fainting here for sure, I think. Yeah, that was a nice Iron Head by my opponent as well. Okay, Shadow Sneak. I mean, it should be just Shadow Sneak and then Phantasm into the Blastoise. Yeah. But with Tyranitar and Excadrill, I think this is still doable. It's just, I gambled a little much maybe on that crit turn 1. Although if we get the crit, I think we're in really, really good shape. But the Dragon Pult just exerts way too much pressure in this game. And Aegislash being faster than Togekiss was kind of a problem as well. So, I think I'm going to bring out Tyranitar here. Because we have the Focus Sash, we can obviously take an attack. I think you're still going to Shadow Sneak into... actually, my opponent might go for like Phantasm into the Togekiss and then Iron Head into Tyranitar. I think that's also a possible play. Or they have close combat normally on the Aegislashes as well. That being said, like Excadrill, Mold Breaker Excadrill beats my opponent's team in this late game. So I think I just actually attack with both here. I'm going to go for a Starfall into the... I guess Airstreaming makes better sense here. Is there a world in which they max guard Dragapult? It'd be kind of risky. But I guess I'm going to Airstream Aegislash because I don't think you ever double up onto the Tyranitar here. You have to respect the Togekiss. Okay, so I don't max guard. Yeah, they're just going for what I expected, which is Shadow Sneak and probably just Wormwind into Tyranitar. Could have gone for the double with Togekiss there. I think we survive sand damage, and then we get one extra attack off, basically. So unfortunate we didn't get the crit on turn 1, but, you know, 50-50 there. Oh, wow. That is special Dragapult? I thought it was physical this whole time. I mean, that Wormwind did 50%, and that was +2. So you would think so, right? Okay, we do have the Icy Wind drop on the Aegislash, so we do outspeed it right now with either Pokemon, and this is Mold Breaker Excadrill. And my opponent brings in Rotom, which is actually super good for us, so we can obviously just go for any attack onto that slot. So I think with Excadrill, this is still super doable, because we're Mold Breaker. And, I mean, the Sash is irrelevant now, obviously. Unfortunately, we have EQ, though. What I'm actually thinking about going for is Swords Dancing here. Because I think Rotom it really wants to protect here. Swords Dance and Crunch the Aegislash. Yeah. Because you can't just eat up a high horsepower here, I think. And I think we survive a Hydro Pump anyway, and if my opponent Hydro Pumps, Weakness Policy also goes off, and now we're at +4 attack, but I'm predicting the Rotom to protect here. The safer play for my end might have been just to protect EQ, though. But if I call this turn correctly, I think we actually just win. It's obviously dependent on what my opponent has in the back as well, and I'm expecting Incineroar. It's Mimikyu, okay, that's also fine. If Rotom protects her, I think we win. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, as long as no crazy stuff happens now, we break the skies, sand is chipping away, EQ should just KO everything at this point. Yeah, so we didn't get to utilize Blastoise a lot in this game. We haven't won yet, but I think we're in pretty good shape. This guy's just busted. You know, obviously the one downside is that Mimikyu is going to be faster than the Excadrill, but Excadrill should be able to tank any attack decently well, so I'm just going to EQ Protect here, I think. Yeah. Yeah, and Aegislash. I mean, everything faints the Earthquake at this point. Had I gone for Earthquake that last turn, I guess we would have also been in fine shape, but I wanted to cover for the Incineroar potentially, because if I get the Swords Dance off, his Incineroar switches in as Mimikyu Phantom Forces. Okay. That could be a problem. Well, let's see. We're going to knock out Rotom, obviously, with EQ here. Aegislash shouldn't outspeed us, so should just be a free Earthquake as well. Yeah. I think we have to click Earthquake here. I mean, unless he has Wide Guard on the Aegislash? I don't remember if the Aegislashes on those teams had Wide Guard. But, I mean, Iron Head, Shadow Sneak, Close Combat. I think it's quadruple offense without Wide Guard. Wide Guard would be the problem here. Phantom Force, I don't even think 2-hit KOs the Excadrill though, so... I think it's fine to just click Earthquake here. Yeah. I could protect with the Tyranitar. Maybe going for the double is fine here. Alternatively, I can get the guaranteed Iron Head into the Mimikyu. Actually, wait, I think Iron Head Crunch also works here. Yeah, because if you want to knock out, if you, yeah, because you either KO the Tyranitar, in which I just win against Aegislash, or you KO Excadrill, and Crunch just KOs the Aegislash. He's actually opting for Shadow Sneak, even better. I see, okay, my opponent's hoping for a crit onto the Excadrill, basically. But we should survive this double up. Even if it's Life Orb Mimikyu, I think we're fine. Let's see. Nice. Okay. This game looked a little rough after turn 1, but we pulled it off. Yeah, this is the beauty of Mold Breaker Excadrill. If we didn't have Mold Breaker, we were done for, because the Rotom has a really good matchup against T-Tar and Excadrill, but yeah. I wish I could have done a little bit more with Blastoise and Tsareena in this game, but honestly wasn't the best matchup for it. Yeah, mainly because Tsareena just doesn't do very much damage here, and I had a lot of just tough matchups here. I mean, going up against pretty much everything on my opponent's team outsped the Tsareena, so I wasn't a big fan of that. And yeah, I mean, if we get the crit turn 1, things are looking super good. Although, I guess if we crit, my opponent does get a free switch in into the Rotom, and if you have Masty Plot, things get a little dicey. So, yeah, it actually ended up working out that we got the free switch-ins into T-Tar Exca, and I didn't even mention that that was one of the cool things about this team when I was talking about it before going into this. But yeah, you bluff the Sand stuff, and then instead you end up being offensive Tyranitar with max attack, max speed, focus sash, and then weakness policy on Excadrill with Mold Breaker. So you can often catch players off guard with that kind of duo. Alright, next game we're going up against Sableye, so I have to worry about a bunch of things, including Trick the Eject Button, Fake Out, Will-O-Wisp, Taunt, Quash, and Sun here as well, given that there's a Charizard. I like Tyranitar a lot in this game, especially because we have the Focus Sash, so like we could take a, Sunny Day Max Overgrowth. Once again, not a great game for Blastoise. I mean, Yawn is decent here, but it's not a terrible game for Blastoise either, I guess. We do have Ancient Power to deal with the opposing Charizard. That's actually kind of compelling. Yeah, that's one of the other cool techs on this team. What I have to watch out for my opponent, though, Clefable Dragapult, I think, could be a problem. I'm actually thinking of leading... Because there's no way my opponent leads Tyranitar into this team, I think. So, make a gamble, say they're not going to lead Tyranitar, go with Charizard Togekiss. And in the back, I still like Focus Sash Tyranitar here a lot, even if we, just... Because we're not going to max it most of the time, so it does a lot of damage across the board. For the last one... Honestly, support Blastoise might be decent here with Icy Wind and Scald. I think Excadrill is just more consistent damage, though. Although the more I look at it, the more I realize Excadrill, because we don't have Rock Slide, it doesn't touch Gyarados or Charizard, so we're using it for Clef. But I think Clef is a good enough reason to bring the Excadrill. Yeah, so... Maybe I should have just brought the Blastoise or Tsareena, but I don't know. I don't think this was a great game for Tsareena either. It is Clef Pult. Okay, so that's kind of the reason why I wanted to have Excadrill in the back. So I think Charizard Togekiss actually is a alright matchup here. The question is whether your weakness policy. I'll always have to worry about Helping Hand as well from the Clef, but I think I want to turn 1 just max. Probably Airstream here with the Zard, I think. I want to knock out the Clefairy, honestly. That is what I'm more worried about, because Focus Sash Tyranitar can deal with the Dragapult. So I'm thinking of maxing, Airstreaming, and going for a Follow Me. I don't want a Dazzling Gleam turn 1 in case he has weakness policy. So I want to confirm. And the Follow Me just helps me survive with Charizard for a turn, because, oh, they're not maxing the Dragapult. That's interesting. Okay. So yeah, this, as you can see, this team has a lot of cool techs. Like, even the standard stuff, like this Charizard has G-Max Wildfire, which is obviously standard, but it also has Ancient Power, so we win in the Charizard mirrors, which is one of the reasons why I let this. You have Protect on the Togekiss, you have the Mold Breaker on the Excadrill. It's a lot of cool stuff. Ah, Clef protected. Oh man, if this is Protect Dragon Dance, this is really bad. I came so close to just Airstreaming Dazzling Gleam into the Dragapult. This is the one option I didn't respect enough. Oh, he's just Phantom Forcing though. Okay, that's really good then, actually. Because what this allows us to do is go for... Yeah, he's going to be slower with the Dragapult still. So I think I actually want to Gmax Wildfire, and I still don't know if it's Weakness Policy or Life Orb. And I think like it's almost always going to be Weakness Policy because you want the Life Orb on Charizard or the Gyarados, honestly. So I think I'm going to go for the Wildfire here and the Air Slash. Yeah, just KO the Clefairy, use my Helping Hand, yeah. But that's fine. Helping Hand isn't going to KO the Togekiss anyway. Now we outspeed. Okay. Yeah, we should KO Clefairy here. And the other thing is, because my opponent didn't max with their Dragapult, they're taking 1/6 of damage here. Yep. He's still faster with Pult. That looks like Life Orb damage. No, it's not. Wow. Wait, is he Choice Banded? I thought I would have taken that better on Togekiss's end. Choice Band Dragapult would be kind of crazy, but it would explain that damage output. I'm just double checking the spread on this Togekiss, because it is a little more offensive. 204 HP, 84 defense. I mean, that really screams like Life Orb Dragapult to me. I am worried about Quash shenanigans right now. Or sorry, I meant Choice Band. Airstreaming, though, allows us to outspeed the Dragapult with Togekiss and then Dazzling Gleam, so I'm thinking of Airstream Gleam here. But I think there's a decent chance my opponent Quashes. If they Quash, I mean, you don't KO me either way, right? Actually, why don't I just try to KO Sableye here? I think that's actually the bigger problem. I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam and Wildfire, or Air Stream. I'm pretty sure that's banded Dragapult. I actually want to do that calc just to confirm, but there's no way a Phantom Force that does that much without it being Choice Banded. So let's confirm that. Choice Band against a Togekiss. Phantom Force. Jolly. Oh, he actually protected Pult. And Will-O-Wisped into Togekiss? Okay, that play made very little sense to me. Okay, I mean, now we outspeed with Charizard and Togekiss, and he wasted a turn of their Dynamax as well. Yeah, I'm kind of confused by that play. I mean, I guess they were expecting me to just double up onto the Dragapult slot, but, like... I don't know if it's worth a turn committing... And he also has Max Guard then, so... Yeah, I'm just still super confused about how he did that much damage with Phantom Force. 84 HP, or 204 HP defense, modest. He has to be like admin banned to do that much, right? Maybe I'm missing something here. Oh, he Helping Handed. Yeah, even with Helping Hand, he wasn't Life Orbed. Huh. I think that... I don't know. I'm honestly kind of confused now. I'm just going to Ancient Power the Charizard because we have it. And... I mean, Tyranitar Excadrill just wins this for us now. Like, Tyranitar beats the Dragapult. So I think Ancient Power into Charizard's fine. And just Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, that's fine. Because if he doesn't protect Charizard, that just faints. Nice. Ah, you love the Ancient Power tech. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm just like, with Helping Hand Jolly, that's what makes the most sense to me. Jolly, Choice Band, Helping Hand, Phantom Force does the amount of damage we took. So I'm pretty sure that's Choice Band Dragapult. But it has Max Guard as well, so I'm wondering like whether it has Protect solely for guarding? That's the only explanation I have right now. Like, it's Jolly, max speed, Dragapult. Because it did outspeed our Togekiss after the Airstream. Although the Togekiss doesn't have much speed investment, so that wasn't too much of a surprise. Okay, well, that game did not play how I expected it to, but we'll take it. The Max Zard was really good for us in this game. I mean, it effectively picked up a KO on Clef. We got the clean KO on the Sableye as well. Yeah, the Max Guard definitely caught me off guard. But yeah, I think that's the first time I've seen Togekiss take so much damage from a Phantom Force without, like, a weakness pulse. Like, yeah. But the only explanation for that was Choice Band Dragapult. Jolly Dragapult. Huh. I don't think I've seen Banded Pult in really since maybe like the first month of the meta either, so that's interesting. But we'll take it. Not bad. I don't think there's much more I would have changed in that matchup other than... Yeah, I mean, I actually really liked bringing the Charizard here. I didn't even expect that Charizard would put in as much work as it did, but yeah. The initial Phantom Force caught me off guard. It was a good play by my opponent, but that's why I also never like Phantom Forcing that much with Dragapult, because it just ensures that you're going to take damage the subsequent turn and that you're not going to be maxed. Okay, we're up against Grimmsnarl, so I have to respect the trick again here. Turn 1, so I always have to be careful about that. This looks like a decent Tsareena game. Yeah, we didn't bring Tsareena out yet today, so I'm going to try it out. We've got Power Whip, High Jump Kick. Although, maybe I bring regular Charizard, because I have to respect the Ferrothorn, especially if it's Iron Defense Ferrothorn, so... And also, actually, with Tsareena... Oh, this is Sweet Veil, right? Yeah, so it's not Queenly Majesty. Like, I'm thinking Tsareena... Togekiss is interesting. Excadrill could Swords Dance up in this game. Blastoise is actually kind of tempting for Scalds here, honestly, and Yawn. Yeah, my opponent's team is kind of bulky, so maybe we can outbulk them. I'm gonna actually try out Tsareena on Blastoise, which I'm excited to show off. With Charizard, I really don't like Togekiss in this matchup, and I think Excadrill is probably the correct fourth one, because what we can do potentially is bait out our opponent using our bulk to outstall them, and then Dynamax our Excadrill and just sweep through. I think that's a potential game plan here. Tyranitar would have made some sense too, but I think I 100% need Charizard in this game because of just the threat of Iron Defense. Like, if I don't bring Charizard, then I just solely lose to Iron Defense Ferrothorn after a single Iron Defense. Give me Tyranitar Grimmsnarl, okay. And the other thing is that, like, you have to respect Queenly Majesty on this arena as well. So I think here I'm actually going to yawn into Tyranitar. Well, actually, I mean, I have High Jump Kick here. We kind of just dunk on Tyranitar. Like, I could just go for High Jump Kick immediately. And... Icy Wind. Unless this guy actually fakes out the Tsareena. I'm just double checking how much speed this Blastoise has relative to the Grimmsnarl as well. We should be faster. So, I mean, one play that's actually pretty safe is just fake out Grimmsnarl, High Jump Kick Tyranitar. Yeah, I'll play it safe turn 1. Why not? Oh my goodness. If we just one-shot Tyranitar turn 1 with a High Jump Kick, I'm gonna lose it. Unless this is Grimmsnarl maxing. Okay. And I mean, High Jump Kick does more than Max Knuckle. This is Wide Lens as well. So 99% accurate High Jump Kick from Tsareena right now. Which I would imagine one-shots. Okay, we get the fake out off. Very, very nice. He flinched. High Jump Kick connects. That did not get the one-hit KO. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that would one-shot, but that's fine. Because I get the free switching into Excadrill now. Although he max quaked. Huh. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if that KOs. It did not KO. Huh. Well, that's fine. The thing is, I'm not sure my opponent respects the Queenly Majesty. So, like, I could see them Thunder Waving. That's a surprising attack, though. But, I mean, that works out for us. We stick around for even longer. Although, I actually wouldn't have minded a free switch into the Excadrill there. Yeah, Mold Breaker Excadrill is a really good matchup. Okay. We have Protect here. I mean, like, I don't mind protecting and like scalding. Because I want the Blastoise to faint at this point. So then I get a free switch into Excadrill. Yeah, Protect Scald can burn the Grimmsnarl. I also want to scout out for what Grimmsnarl's going for here. Yeah, I wish Tsareena, I mean, it would have been so satisfying to just get a one-hit KO there, but alas, that was not the case. He's just going for Reflect. Okay, that might have been what he was going for, though. Maybe he does respect the Queenly Majesty, or she, excuse me. Okay, get a Scald off. Get a burn, that's nice. And hopefully just KO's Blastoise here, but you'd imagine the Rockfall's going to Tsareena, actually. But we're stalling out our opponent's Dynamax, which I said was kind of the game plan. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, effectively they only knock out one Pokemon from their Dynamax from Tyranitar, and this Tyranitar was boosted too, so honestly, that is not a problem with me. The question is this next turn, there's no way they max guard, right? But to cover that option, because we're faster with both Pokemon, I'm just going to Power Whip and Scald. Yeah. I think Excadrill Charizard wins this late game for us. Wow, he actually did go for the max guard. Okay. Yeah, that's why I didn't high jump kick. Because we high jump kick, we would have just fainted. So that means Grimmsnarl's attacking? Spirit Break? Oh, foul play. Okay. That might KO us. Nope, not after burn. Nice. Okay, we are in very good shape then. We didn't even lose a Pokemon, despite going up against a max Tyranitar, with Weakness Policy activated on turn 1. I don't think I've ever seen that before, actually, where a Weakness Policy goes off and it still doesn't pick up any KOs. So that's pretty crazy. Might be safer to high jump kick here, just because it's higher accuracy. I don't think they ever go for the double here. I don't want to Icy Wind because there is the potential of Milotic switching in. So I think I can just double up with a high jump kick and a Scald. It covers any switch-ins. I don't think you can serve your Tyranitar here. I think you should just sacrifice it. Although, because Blastoise is faster than the Tsareena, it might be a slight misplay to not just go for additional damage onto the Grimmsnarl. He actually does go for the double. Wow. Okay, I thought there was no way they went for that, but nice play. Well, Tsareena faints, but now I get a free switch into Excadrill, and quite frankly... no, I should respect the Tyranitar a little bit more instead of just attacking. Wow. Okay, nice play. I mean, I felt like it was like a little too early on to be just going for a double protect, which is why I thought this was safe, but ended up not being safe. I guess maybe my opponent was like, oh, I feel really far behind, so that's the one play I can really even try making, maybe. That's fine, though. Now I get an Excadrill, and as much as I'd like to Swords Dance, Sand is up and Tyranitar has the Spadef boost, so Scald's not knocking it out. So I think I have to just play smart here and just Iron Head into the Tyranitar and Scald into Grimmsnarl. Yeah. I'll just play it safe here, because we've already stalled out our opponent's Dynamax, and like I said, I felt confident about the late game if I got to the point where I stalled out my opponent's Dynamax and had Excadrill Charizard next to each other. Alright, he's just setting up light screen, that's fine. So we've seen screens from Grimmsnarl, as well as foul play. Okay, so we KO Tyranitar, and the beautiful thing here is if we actually manage to get a Yawn off with Blastoise, because Grimmsnarl is essentially dead weight for my opponent right now. We haven't Dynamaxed yet, which is also obviously really good, plus we have Charizard waiting in the back in case my opponent has Ferrothorn. Sand is gone, but that's fine. Yeah, so what we want to do right now is potentially not KO the Grimmsnarl. Although, if we Swords Dance, we have to be careful. I'm not sure if it Scald's KOing Grimmsnarl from that range. I think it does, but my opponent brings in Arcanine, actually. Okay. With Arcanine out, I actually might want to max the Charizard, because then I can just Airstream Earthquake and win the game, I think. But here, he has Reflect Up. I have Swords Dance, Icy Wind. I think what I'm going to do here is just protect Icy Wind, honestly. Because if I get, if my opponent, like, if you're my opponent, you might be inclined to go for Will-O-Wisp or Flare Blitz or any fire-type attack into Excadrill, and I get the Icy Wind off, it means Excadrill just outspeeds you next turn. Yep, there's the Will-O-Wisp. So I get the Icy Wind off. If Grimmsnarl is KOing Blastoise, I get the free switch into Charizard. So support Blastoise and Tsareena were excellent for us in this game. Yeah, now Grimmsnarl, actually, I would want Grimmsnarl to survive, I think, after burn. Let's see. Either way works out for us. Foul play. Yep. Okay, he's gonna opt to KO the Blastoise here. Oh, that does not even KO. Okay. So that's a good Icy Wind. I kind of expect the same play, so I'm actually gonna swap out into Charizard. We outspeed now, and I'm gonna yawn into the Arcanine. Because Grimmsnarl's fainting after this turn, my opponent has no way to control, like, terrain. And that means Arcanine guaranteed falls asleep after next turn. Yeah, I mean, the Grimmsnarl is irrelevant. Oh, he actually does swap out the Grimmsnarl, though. Let's see if it's Ferrothorn. No, it's Milotic. Okay. But if it's just the Will-O-Wisp, that's fine. Yep, nice. Beautiful. Yawn. Beautiful. I mean, I think we're in a position to max Charizard solely because of G-Max Wildfire. Maxing Excadrill is probably the correct call, though. Yeah. I don't mind Protect Yawning this turn, honestly. Because you have to swap out the Arcanine here, and then Grimmsnarl faints after burn. Yep. Yeah, and I think, like, Excadrill theoretically should win this, especially because of weakness policy. The only scary, one thing I'm scared about is just Hypnosis Milotic. Alright, perfect. So that Milotic now is guaranteed falling asleep after this next turn. Yep, he went for Hypnosis. Oh, the beautiful thing about this now is Arcanine comes back in. So he does have Hypnosis. The problem is that Arcanine does outspeed us now. If my opponent hits a blind Hypnosis, this is still kind of dicey. Oh, wait, no. Milo falls asleep after this turn, though. Right. Which means Max Excadrill should just win. I'm honestly content Air Slashing Milo, because if he flinches or misses, they're just really screwed. And yawning into Blastoise. Yeah, we've kind of played this a slow, methodical endgame here. It's good damage on Milo. He's probably snarling here, right? Yeah. Alright, that should KO Blastoise finally. Okay. But now we can finally just max the Excadrill and Quake into the Arcanine. And we flinch, nice. I mean, I think that's my best play there. I could Ancient Power into Excadrill as well, but the thing is, I think my opponent's place to go for a blind Hypnosis, your chances of attacking through a flinch and Hypnosis are pretty bad. Actually, what we can do now is just go for Max Charizard, Airstream, and EQ. What's the alternative? Just attacking? I mean, there's a decent chance Arcanine protects here, which is why I could just max Excadrill to get Quake boosts. But I actually don't mind maxing Charizard here, because what that allows me to do is G-Max Wildfire. Milo's not KOing us. If my Arcanine doesn't protect, it's just fainting here. And, I mean, this covers all the options. If it doesn't protect, the game's just instantly over, because I get the speed boost. But even if it does protect, Earthquake knocks out the... Actually, what I should have done was Airstreamed into the Milotic, I think, because Earthquake should KO Arcanine anyway, although I'm not confident on that damage calc. Nice, no protect, yeah. Sweet. If the Milotic did get a Hypnosis off against us, this game might have been trickier. That didn't do very much. Oh, wait, we got Snarled, right? Okay, nice. Yeah, Earthquake should KO Arcanine now, and now... Oh no, he's Shook a Berry? Oh, that was the one thing that might have caused some problems here. But he snarled. Wow. The thing is, if he Flare Blitz, he would just KO himself from recoil. I'm not sure that actually one-shots the Excadrill either, and we have weakness policy, but that was very scary. Okay. Well, now I'm EQing for sure, and I think I'm actually going to G-Max Wildfire into the Milotic. Get the residual damage going. I should have thought about Shook a Berry. Maybe for that reason I should have maxed Excadrill as well. Oh, he didn't even protect Arcanine. Okay. I didn't know damage against Milotic, but now my opponent has to play around weakness policy, Excadrill. And I have Sword Stance as well. I mean, if it doesn't wake up this turn, the game's just instantly over. Even if it does wake up, like, and you have the berry, you have to click Recover here, I think. Or hit a blind Hypnosis. Okay, so he does have the berry. Maxing Excadrill might have been the correct call. Since we had weakness policy as well, we can just Quake, but he stays asleep. Nice. So that should seal it up for us. This last game was pretty intense, though. I'm not sure maxing Charizard was the correct play. I definitely got baited by the Sugar Berry. That was kind of a bad play. I think, like, if they don't have Sugar Berry, the play I made is 100% safe, but they did end up having Sugar Berry. I'm going to Rockfall now just because it sets up this... actually, pretty sure Airstream and Earthquake just KO here. Yeah. I got taken kind of for a ride with the Sugar Berry. The Max Quake Tyranitar was also pretty interesting. The Snarl that last turn was interesting. I guess they were reading into my Excadrill protecting, which I guess makes some sense, but... Yeah, I actually want to calc if this Excadrill survives a Flare Blitz. Because if it doesn't, then it was a really bad play on my end. Yeah, Iki just picks up the KO. This Excadrill does have a fair amount of bulk, though. It's 60 HP, 164 defense. And most Arcanines have, like, no attack investment. So often I think the play there is fine. Yeah, if he's just, like, a standard Arcanine, we should survive. Actually, it's actually a damage roll. Yeah, so I think that was too risky on my end. Sugar Berry was the one possibility I didn't consider. So I think actually in that position it would have been better just to have maxed the Excadrill, like Ancient Power Max Quake the Arcanine. Because, I don't know, I mean, I was thinking he might go for a Will-O-Wisp there, but if you Flare Blitz, you activate Weakness Policy, and then we just kind of win the game instantly. So I think maxing Charizard was a misplay, mainly because of, like, if it wasn't Sugar Berry, I think maxing Zard was fine there, but also if the Milotic woke up there in the end, things could have gotten a little trickier, but yeah, in the end, things ended up working out right. I think maxing Excadrill probably was a safer play. I just thought Airstream Earthquake covered all my options, but yeah, I didn't cover the Shook option, and if it was, like, offensive Arcanine, or if he chose the Flare Blitz Excadrill there, we would have been in a lot of trouble, so I don't like how I played that endgame. We ended up winning, but, like, you know, we did get a flinch onto Milotic, and Milotic had a 2-turn sleep. Not, like, crazy bad odds, but... I feel like for the early advantage that we had, despite attacking into a weakness policy Tyranitar, as soon as the Dynamax stalled out, we should have won the game. So I think I had a cleaner end game there. And yeah, I think it started with Dynamaxing Excadrill. But some really fun games. Glad to feature Blastoise and Tsareena so much. So hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you do, please show support by leaving a like. Feel free to check out the team, linked in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. All right, peace.